All of the buzz following the OnePlus 7 series launch has of course been about the super sexy premium Pro model, and the poor little vanilla OnePlus 7 has been kind of shoved aside like the slightly stupid sibling that keeps on wetting the bed and setting the curtains on fire. So is the OnePlus 7 Pro really that much of an upgrade over the standard version, and is it worth that extra 150 quid? Well, here's all of the big differences between these two handsets, and please, for more on the latest and greatest tech, do poke that subscribe button and ding that notifications bell. Cheers! So first up, the Pro sports a more premium design, and not just that, it is also the bigger of these two new OnePlus 7 series blowers as well. The normal OnePlus 7 is a 6.41 inch handset, already pretty beastly and definitely a bit of a handful. But if for whatever reason that isn't satisfying enough, then try on the 6.67 inch OnePlus 7 Pro instead. It's basically the Godzilla of smartphones, although thankfully that display does almost completely fill the front of the device, and it also curves beautifully around the edges for a pleasingly symmetrical finish. The standard phone has a flat screen instead and a more traditional design. If you want the standard OnePlus 7, then you get a choice of just one finish basically, the shiny mirror grey model. But if you stump up extra cash for the Pro, you can also grab it with the lovely nebula blue surfacing, which almost looks and feels metallic, while masking those greasy prints. Phew. And only the Pro version can be snapped up in that lovely limited edition almond finish as well, which is pretty damn smart. Note that neither phone here has an official IP rating, but they will see off a rainstorm, no worries. Next up, the display isn't just bigger on the Pro model, it is also completely different technology. The OnePlus 7 has basically the same screen as the last gen OnePlus 6T. It's a Full HD Plus AMOLED panel rather than that fresh Quad HD Plus AMOLED of the Pro model. That means that visuals aren't quite as crisp, while you also don't have that gorgeous HDR10 Plus support for realistic contrast and color reproduction with supported content. And you also don't get the same slick 90Hz refresh rate for a beautifully smooth and instant reaction to your swipes. You don't get a ditch their notch for this vanilla OnePlus 7 either. Up top there is a dinky wee nipple there poking its way into the display to house the selfie cam. On the Pro edition, that camera is sneakily hidden away until it is needed, at which point it pops up in ultra cute fashion. However, the good news is you get the same stereo speaker setup here on the standard OnePlus 7, and also that upgraded fingerprint sensor from the Pro model as well, which is brilliantly fast and accurate. One of the other big differences between the OnePlus 7 and the OnePlus 7 Pro is of course that camera tech. While the OnePlus 7 Pro serves up a fresh new triple lens camera on the back, the standard OnePlus 7 streamlines things quite a bit with a dual lens setup instead. This basically removes the ultra-wide angle and telephoto lenses and replaces them with a bog standard 5-megapixel lens instead, so you can't switch up the viewpoint on the fly. Thankfully, that primary 48-megapixel lens is identical to the hardware of the Pro, complete with the f1.6 aperture, Sony IMX586 sensor, and built-in optical image stabilization. You get the same UltraShot smarts as well, which helps to produce rich, well-balanced photos even in pretty tricky conditions. And yes, the same improved nightscape mode as well, so low-light shots are brighter, less noisy, and all-round bloody lovely. Good news for selfie fans as well, because both of these OnePlus 7 series handsets sport the same front-facing camera, just presented in a bit of a different fashion. So what about the performance and the general gaming chops? Okay, so there's actually near to bugger all difference between these two phones when it comes to the performance, as they both pack in the most premium Snapdragon 855 platform. It is an absolute beast, so if you're a gamer, chances are you're already pretty moist by now. However, while a standard OnePlus 7 can be grabbed with up to 8 gigs of RAM, the Pro model goes all the way up to 12. Yes, 12 bloody gigs of RAM. That's more than my gaming laptop. You'll also find liquid cooling on the Pro model, which helps to keep it from getting too toasty when you're gaming and charging at the same time. And also you'll also find the new Fanatic gaming mode is a Pro only feature. This basically kills everything except for your game, so you won't be bugged by notifications or have your network connection throttled by other apps. And the final difference between these two handsets is the battery tech. Here on the OnePlus 7 Pro you get a mighty 4000 mAh cell stuffed inside, while the OnePlus 7 still impresses with a 3700 mAh battery. Either way, you can expect a full day of use even with some pretty intensive play, as long as you're not just smashing through game after game of PUBG. Get back to work, you bloody slacker. You get the same battery saver modes and optimization tools courtesy of Oxygen OS, although the Pro does boast better charging tech. Here you get the updated Warp Charge 30, which can power the phone up to 36% in just 15 minutes. The standard OnePlus 7 makes do with the older dash charge speeds, which to be fair is still pretty effing quick. And that right there in a nutshell is how the OnePlus 7 stacks up against the fresh new OnePlus 7 Pro. The OnePlus 7 will start from £499 here in the UK, whereas the Pro model starts at £649, so 150 quid difference. Although to be fair, the Pro is still a lot more affordable than the likes of the Galaxy S10 Plus, the iPhone XS, things like that. So it seems like decent value for money still. So are you tempted by either of these OnePlus 7 series handsets? Definitely bash your comments down below. It'll be great great to hear your thoughts, and please do poke subscribe and ding that notifications bell for more on the latest and greatest mobile tech. Cheers everyone, love you!